All right, so here's one with you that, with the type of year we're going to have, is a very important concept for people to understand. It's also an important one to understand on any spiritual journey, on any just dealing with people in general. Are you supporting the character or the person? There is a big difference between the character somebody plays and the person they are. There have been recent events in the lower realities where certain things have been attempted, certain things have uh, been twisted by multiple different parties as to what actually happened in order to create a character for people to rally behind. Now, I'm not going to go into what these are. You can probably guess because I stay out of these realities, but this was one of those events that prompted me to do this video to help people in these lower realities understand what they're doing. What you see on the media is a character. What you see in public, even with your family, and most of you can see this, you know somebody, whether it's a family member or a friend, who goes into public and presents in a very specific way, especially if they are a negative person in the household. They often present as a very loving and peaceful person in public, often very loved by people. Often, you know, as I experienced in my family, I'll never forget my best friend from high school who I had known since preschool. We had known each other for almost 18 years. And he had known my father and always thought he was a great guy. He was this amazing guy, cool dad type of thing. And then saw for the first time when I was 18 what was really happening. He walked into the house and experienced some of the things that were going on and was like, "Oh my god, I didn't truly realize until then." I've known people like this where I knew the character before I was strongly in tune, and I can even now see the character of people, uh, and looking at the energies behind things, the energies behind what is actually going on, what is actually trying to be achieved. And so I say this with love in my heart because there is nothing. I'm not trying to villainize people by any means. That's not the point. The point is that people play characters. People love to rally behind a character. You watch a movie, who do you rally behind? You rally behind the character that you are told to rally behind. You know, think about how many movies we have about villains that people rally behind the villain because they're shown to do that. They're told to do that through storytelling. They're shown the villain's story, which gives them this urge to rally behind that villain. They're rallying behind the character, the public perception, the story they're being told, the story they're being told to create an energetic outcome, to create something. It is very important with everybody you meet in the world that you understand there is a character presenting and there is a person, the real person. Are you rallying behind the character that people are telling you to rally behind? Are you supporting somebody just because it's exciting, it's fun, and others are telling you to do it? Or do you know the truth about who that person is? With me, I have the argument that I present as a character on these videos. I am a character on these videos. You see me speaking about spirituality, you see me speaking and helping people, you see me working from a love frequency and doing my spirit art, sharing that. That is a character. I am a character that you have built up in your perception based on the things I share with you. Now, I'm a unique character because I go on and I tell you my faults. I tell you my story. I tell you my traumas. I tell you the things I'm growing through. Even though I am a character in your mind, and most of you have no idea who I truly am, even though that's the truth. You know more about me as a character than you do about most people in the public perception because they don't share that stuff. They don't share the bad things they've done. They don't share the traumas they're going through. They don't share the healing they're doing, the growth. They don't share anything that isn't worthy of being viewed in their eyes in the public spotlight. So you get these things of perfection, photo perfection for Instagram. Is it social media worthy? Is it worthy of being shown so that it glorifies them in some way? You're being shown the glorification of a character so that all you have is that character. You know nothing about who they truly are, which is why there are so many people who meet actors and actresses and then after they meet them go, oh my God, I didn't like that person. They're a terrible person. Because then when they meet them and they have a conversation, they realize they've been looking at a character the whole time. They've been looking at a character in the movies, in a character built in with actors and actresses. You have technically two characters. You have the characters they build in the movies as one set, and you have the character that is perceived in interviews, in media, not the truth of who they really are. And so that's why people are shocked when they hear, oh my God, so and so did XYZ, because they knew the character, not the person. You can be a character who is perceived as the most beautiful, loving person in the world and be the most villainous, heinous person behind the scenes. That's why it's so important for you to know the difference between who are you supporting when it comes to public figures, when it comes to those you do not have a direct interaction with, even when it comes to me. And I will always say that. And that's one of the differences. I will always say, who are you supporting? Are you supporting me, the character, or me, the person? Now, because of how open I am with my journey, and my guides are always trying me like transparency, share it. Whatever you're going through, share it. I don't share everything. Obviously, some things are too personal. I say that especially with the traumas of the past. I won't go into the details because they would leave people horrified, and that's not the energy I want to portray. People just know that I've been through certain traumas and that things have happened, and I've learned to grow and heal from them. And so I share that in a transparent way to help others heal. And then when I'm going through other stuff, like when I was going to shift out of my house and was having a lot of trouble in April, I didn't ask for anything. I shared my story in support of another light worker who was having a different situation, but in that different situation, it was very aligned to what I was going through. And there were other light workers as well having those issues that were leaders. The leaders were going through this big thing collectively, all in their own ways. And I shared my story in support, not saying, hey, help me out. And tons of people helped me out. Tons of people reached out and said, hey, here, we'll give you a hand, which led to me jumping out of my car, jumping or jumping out of my car, jumping out of my apartment into the car and moving into that more of an authentic space. The community helped me. The community helped me because I was authentic, because I wasn't hiding anything. I started saying, like, look, this is going on. This is how I feel. This is what's happening. My character and my person are heavily intertwined. There are parts, just like my hands are right now, heavily intertwined. There are parts of my character on this hand that are that are part just a character. And there are, as the wind picks up, I'm just checking stuff. There are parts of my person that you can't see. So it's almost like they had me hold my hands like this on purpose. You have the character you see intertwined with the person and who I really am. And then parts of the person are hidden because you don't see everything. It's a very important concept to understand. Who are you supporting? The person or the character? So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And I just want to repeat that again. It is very important with anybody you encounter, especially with the types of things going on this year. Who are you supporting? The person or the character? I love you all.